That was fast. Hey guys, and if you haven't seen this before, this is Connie After Dark. I normally only do this for my members and on my personal Facebook page. And this is a special edition I do late at night when I have some extra time through my day. So welcome, welcome, welcome to #Split Economics. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. So why did I rush on here? Why did I feel like I had to come on here immediately? So if you follow me on my Laws of Enchantress, which is a program I have, I talk about black women, enchanting. And I told you long before that we have the ability to, I just want to plug in my laptop, we have the ability to enchant our man. So I read an article today that is going to blow your mind. I read an article today that was criticizing, like literally just right now, that was criticizing the affection in Serena Williams' marriage. So you have to read this article. I put the title of the article actually into this live, but I'm actually going to read it with you. So when I tell black women, when I made the Laws of Enchantress program, the Laws of Enchantress program revolves about you loving yourself and healing yourself so you can attract the type of love that is of dreams. And that's why you see Serena's husband, he's so affectionate with her because why not? They just got married. They just had a baby. He had to be super supportive. She just had a pregnancy that was, a very serious life-threatening pregnancy, and she came back. So you're talking about fellow women, fellow Becky, who swears up and down they're just supportive, who swears there's no hidden agenda. You pick this time out of every time to challenge her marriage when she's coming off of an epic loss, a controversial loss, where she made an outburst. And when I try to tell my fellow sisters that you are powerful, when I teach this in my Laws of Enchantress course going on now, when I tell you that you have immense power beyond your comprehension, when I tell you that as a black feminine sacred, that when you are healed and whole, when you love yourself, there's almost, hey Michaela, there's almost nothing you can do. And they don't want the world to see this, especially that her partner is a non-black man. It's okay if Obama showers Michelle Obama with affection. They probably want to say something but haven't gotten the opportunity. It's okay if Will Smith and Jada are constantly kissy-wissy. It's okay if Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa goes on the show. But there's some type of uncomfortability when you see an Afrocentric, world-class athlete that represents America getting affection and love on a national platform. I just can't picture why a so-called fellow woman would criticize the affection. As a woman, you should be happy that another woman is being loved, adored, and honored. But these women don't have the ability that the black feminine sacred do. And I've been saying it. And y'all think it was just a joke. So I'm actually going to go and look for the article. Okay, so what is it? Serena Williams. You don't understand. Okay? And where were these same women? Where was the Me Too movement? Where were these same women to support and protect Serena? These same women in her most vulnerable statement, in the most vulnerable statement are doing this. These same women in the most, hey Marine, in the most vulnerable statement are doing this. So I want to read you the article. Make sure you guys can hear me. I checked my volume. My volume is super loud. So I'm like dying to read you this article with Serena Williams. You're not going to believe. And now when you hear this, you'll know that you are the upgrade. This is why I've been saying it. You are the level up. Of course it was a white woman. Just think about it, even as a fellow woman, even if it was true. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's just say there were some challenges in her marriage. Let's just say it was true. Would you pick this time as a fellow woman when you know she's at her lowest point? She just lost, an epic loss, very controversial. She just gave birth to a child. And as women, fellow women, and advocates for women, she just gave birth. She's a wife and a mother, and she's still continuing her professional career. But when I try to tell my sisters that Becky doesn't support that, why are you going after her? You got to be friends with her. You got to be friends. I'm telling you, we are not the aggressors. We are not the bad people. As a fellow woman, you should be happy when a husband is showing love, affection, when a husband is supporting his wife and mother, when a husband is actually participating in the care of the child, when a husband is supporting her, going back out there after having a baby, that's a bad thing, you have to read the article. You have to read the article. So I'm going to actually read it to you. Marriage. And she's actually getting slayed on Twitter. Okay? And Serena Williams, marriage, and the girl. Yeah. But the thing is that it's weird because they're questioning, why is her husband so nice to her? Why are they showing so much affection? What I want to ask this Becky writer, what is too much affection? Because she's a black woman? What is too much? Where's the measure where it stops? Because I see affectionate couples, Obama, Barack, I see so much. But you have to understand, this is what happens when a black woman is honored, loved, adored. It don't matter if it's Denzel Washington and Paula Jones. It don't matter if it's Will Smith and Jada. It don't matter if it's Obama. It don't matter if it's Lisa Bonet. But they have an issue because this is a very vocal woman. She's one of the top athletes in the world. And she actually attacked her Instagram and said, why is she posting so many positive and loving and family photos on her Instagram? You have to see this to believe it. You have to see this to believe it. I cannot make this up. So let me find this article quick fast before you guys were like, where is it? You have to see it to believe it. Okay? It's crazy. It's crazy because when they drag black women, when people, whether it's a rap song or any type of social construct, these type of women stay quiet. And when I try to tell you that you as a black woman, you have the power to have prosperity and a man who truly loves you. As a black woman, we have feminine sacred, and we are the perfect balance to the alpha male. And this man is obviously happy in his marriage. And he's giving love and affection to his wife, who just gave birth to their child earlier, and who, no matter how you feel, that's a great feat to give birth, and she had a very troubling pregnancy. So I want to put it here, okay? The very public love of, what is it? Of Serena. Okay, so it's called Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian are good at performing. Okay, so let me read this. Should I make you guys see it? I'll just read it to you. The very public love of Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian. The two are extremely good at performing the happy relationship online. So why do it? It's by Heather Heather Schwindel, Schwedl. So even the title, let's do a deep dive in the title. The two are extremely good. You're already insinuating that there's no way possible that this white man could possibly love this black woman. But when I try to bumbleclot tell you that you as a black woman could create heaven on earth, you know what? She has every right to say what's going on because they don't have that ability to enchant. They don't know how to submit. They don't. And I try to tell black women, everyone submits. There's good submission and there's bad submission. So before you say, whoa, what kind of shit is this? Listen to me. Every woman submits, okay? There's no way out of it. Even the way we have sex, we have to open ourselves up and make ourselves vulnerable. But there's good reasons and there's bad reasons. You want some examples of negative submission? We talked about this in my group, and I'll tell you, negative submission is spending $500 from here to foot bottom and going on a date to Burger King. You're submitting to ideals of social beauty, okay, and what are you getting for it? 2 Big Macs and fries. Negative submission is you getting pregnant for this man. And he don't marry you. He don't put a ring on it. But you got to give the child the last name. He didn't earn that. I always tell my friends, if you don't marry me and I have a kid, the kid will be named after me. I come first with your last name. If I'm not good enough for it, the kid's not getting it. That's negative submission. Negative submission is you being committed. you being trustworthy, you not cheating, you being monogamous for 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and no idea if you're getting a ring, no idea where the marriage is going. Forget about the marriage, no idea if this guy could even be a good husband, because you don't even know what's going on, but you're still with him. That's negative submission. You are submitting to that relationship. You are submitting to that relationship and you have no idea. Positive submission means you're dating for a purpose. He honors you, you honor him. Positive submission means your relationship has a mission. Your man has a mission. That's positive. It means you're going to get that last name. It means he's courting you for a purpose. He's courting you for a wife. It means he's going to lead, provide, protect. And that's positive submission. So we all do a submission, whether we want to admit it or not. You get dressed from top to bottom. You get dressed from top to bottom to go on a date with a guy who doesn't want a relationship, but you go anyway. Negative submission. You spending so much money on MAC, on hair, on natural hair, on wig, on nails, makeup, and you have no idea what the course of the relationship is, and you might date this guy for 2, 3 years, and then after 2, 3 years, you might get the nerve. You might get the nerve to ask him after you're invested, after your status is weak. Because after you spend 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you're going to be less likely to walk away. That's negative submission. Positive submission is dating a man, and when he's doing the right thing, you do the right thing. Positive submission means this man wants to provide, he wants to protect, he wants to lead, he wants generational wealth, he wants legacy building, he wants to give me his last name, he wants to make sure his sons are okay, he wants to make sure his daughter is okay, he wants to make sure his wife feels safe and protected. She could be feminine, she could be in the household, she's not slaving herself to death. That is positive. So you guys got to pick a side, Decepticon or Autobot. Don't talk about submission is bad when every single black woman I know is pulling more than her weight in these relationships. So this is why you have to look at these things. This is why. Exactly, Oya, you took yourself off the market. And for what? He didn't make a purchase. That's like allowing somebody to drive the car off the lot and he didn't make a purchase. That's negative submission. So there's all types of submission. Having sex with someone out of a relationship, negative submission. Having sex without a title, negative submission. Having sex with someone and he don't call you back again, negative submission. There's all types. And there's positive submission. If he's a good man, he loves you, he's monogamous, he provides, he protects, he leads, he's invested in you. He shows that he wants a family with you. He cares about your family, he cares about your relatives. If you have a kid, he cares about your child. Don't you see how Ciara and Russell are happy? There's an equal level of submission. Good man, good woman, we come together. Now back to this, okay? I'm going to show you right here. It says, the very public love of Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian. So public love. Let's stop right there. Serena Williams is probably one of the most famous athletes in the world. The famous athletes in the world. She's one of the biggest endorsed athletes. I think she's a face for Nike. What is she supposed to be doing? Miss Heather, is she supposed to be smoking weed? She has been a 20-time Grand Slam, Wimbledon, between her and her sister, 30 championships. Of course she has an image to maintain. Are you upset that she's not rolling around and twerking like Miley Cyrus? I'm very confused. This is an adult woman at the peak of her career. I'm trying to understand how is it that she's supposed to conduct herself. So I'm going to finish. So when I make these statements about you being the upgrade, these women, and I'm going to say these women don't know how to be women, don't know how to be feminine. They're such alpha women. They're they don't even know what a pleased and happy man looks like. I'm going to say it again. They don't even know what a pleased and happy man looks like. Serena's man is happy. His cheeks is full, his smile is full, his eyes is full, but that type of happiness in their men are foreign to them. Because they only see that happiness when he could finally divorce their ass in divorce courts and he can breathe again. So let me just talk about this. Like I said, they're winning by default. Don't look at Becky and women like her and say, oh, she's winning. They're winning by default, and that default is coming to an end. And that is why they're attacking Serena, especially at her weakest point. I told y'all, 99.99% of those criticisms were scapegoats. They were waiting to critique her. They were waiting to attack her. They were salivating. They're probably so happy that they finally have a chance and an excuse. So now while she's down, what kind of a woman, Just think about the passive-aggressive monster. What kind of woman attacks somebody's marriage and plays dumb and tries to act like they don't know? We're not buying your scapegoat anymore, Miss Heather, whatever your last name is, Schuin Wendell. We're not buying your scapegoat. You can't rationalize. We're not that dumb. And that era of us playing dumb and being so aloof is completely over. Black women need to stop acting like this is not a problem. Serena Williams is an American icon. She's won 20 Grand Slams for this country. Have some patriotism. After she leaves, you're not going to have a consistent dominant female or even an American tennis player consistently. Not one here. Sloane won last year. She ain't won this year. This year we got Osaka. She's not going to win next year. She has done with her Williams sister a duty to this country. And they were waiting for years to unleash. I don't believe for 1 second that 99% of that criticism came because of that outburst she had, and they loved her before and they respected her before. And it was that one outburst that people also have that made them break the dam. They're not fooling anyone. So let me try to read the rest of this and take a sip of my drink, because this is Connie After Dark. If you've never seen this, join the Laws of Enchantress program. There's plenty of this where I spit the epic truth, because black women don't know how powerful they are. Black women don't know how enchanting they are. You are the ultimate feminine. And you have the ability to make men happy. This is what happens with Obama. This is what happens with Will Smith. This is what happens with Denzel Washington. This is what happens with all these people. There's a lot of happy black men that are married to black women. Well, just go to the Laws of Enchantress. It's on Facebook. That's my page, and message me there. I have about 3 admins, so that's there. But let me finish this. They're not used to seeing their men this happy. How dare you say the two are extremely good at performing at their happy marriage? As a woman, you should want positive images of happy marriage. But as a woman, you should want to see that for your daughters and your sisters. What type of woman, this Heather person who's writing for Slate, what type of woman is she? What woman? And she's doing this during her lowest point. And the part that drives me crazy is that she wants to play passive aggressive. When people asked her, "Oh, I didn't do this. I critiqued other couples too." No, stupid. There's no other couple like Serena. Stop it. Your intellect is not fooling anyone. We are not stupid. I respect typical haters, the ones that come out and admit they're jealous. Admit it. Admit it, because no one in their right mind who is a decent person is going to believe that you are making this assessment at this point in time because you absolutely have to. And you just nonchalantly just forgot that she just lost the biggest match of her career after coming back after having a dangerous pregnancy, after coming back and having, a very troubling medical condition with blood clots. She came back in the year that she had a baby as a wife and a mother, and you want us to believe there's a sisterhood amongst everything. This is proof that they are the attacker. This is proof that they are jealous. This is proof that they are not comfortable with images of black women being loved and adored. And also, they don't know what a healthy marriage looks like. This is what happens when you respect your man, when you love your man, when you're honoring your man, and there's a balance in the relationship. This is foreign to them. So let me finish reading it, okay? And she wrote this yesterday. She wrote this at 5:55 a.m., so she couldn't sleep, all right? The day before Serena Williams was scheduled to play in the women's final of this year's U.S. Open, the match Williams would go to lose after a confrontation with the umpire. So she puts this in there, just in there. Williams' husband, Reddit founder and tech entrepreneur Alexis Ohanian, posted a tribute video to social media. So let's pause right there. Your wife just struggled all year to come back. And as a good husband, he posted a tribute video to make his wife feel good that, you know what, you're a champion in my eyes. That's foreign. Your wife just lost a controversial loss. You just said it right here. And because the husband posted on Instagram a tribute video, that's suspicious. Let me tell you something. When you love your man, he will love you back. These Beckys don't want the world to see us being loved by non-black men. Because they didn't attack Michelle Obama. They didn't attack Will Smith. They didn't attack Denzel Washington. They don't attack Viola Davis. They don't attack Angela Bassett. And these are all men who gush. They don't attack Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. And he can't stop talking about how much he loved Lisa Bonet. That was actually my manifestation couple. And my boyfriend's named Jason too. Swing. So let me finish that. Help me make sure, he said this, help me make sure she sees it, he wrote, as if he was just another adoring fan, and not someone who shares a life with Williams and can presumably show her anything he wants whenever he wants. He's talking about the support. He's talking about the momentum. There was a lot of negativity. Some of those comments against Serena Williams were laughable because it was clearly a scapegoat to express pre-existing sentiment. I'll say it again. It was clearly a sentiment to express pre-existing sentiment. You're not fooling anyone. That's like me being a lifelong Michael Jordan fan, and he has a game where he's arguing with the coach, and I'm supposed to believe that I'm gonna turn into this angry, hateful fan because of that. Exactly, Manda, you're man, but they don't want that, and they're not used to that because these type of women, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They want to compete with their man. They want to Me Too their man to death. They want to be the alpha woman to the alpha male. They don't want equality. They want superiority. They want to prove to the world they're better than men. They don't want tranquility and equality. They want superiority. So when they see a balanced, happy marriage, there has to be something wrong. And the fact that they're choosing to do this, so soon after controversy, attacking her marriage, attacking her family, and they're going to try to play it off passive aggressively, I am calling out Heather. You're not fooling anyone. This is disgusting. And you're supposed to be a woman, and I suspect probably a feminist, but those femininity rules stop when it comes to us because they're scared. This is what happens. This is what your man looks like when he is in love, when he is happy, when he is enchanted, when you learn to balance that feminine, masculine energy. Because no matter how dominant she is on court, she's affectionate with him. She touches him. She kisses him. She looks at him. She reaches at him. She's a female when she's with him. She's feminine when she's with him. She's not trying to overpower him. She's not trying to compete with him. They have a very healthy, balanced life where he's the husband and she's the wife. But this type of structure is foreign to them. So as a woman, I would be ecstatic. This is encouraging for me, especially as a black woman, to see an affectionate couple. But I don't get it. Let me finish reading it. All right? So she posted the picture. She actually posted the Instagram post. This is what Alexis said in the Instagram post that got her upset. And I quote, this is Alexis. She fought for her life, for our child, for recognition, for equal pay, for women's rights. She never gives up. I had made this for Serena Williams last night after her match with some home videos from 1 year ago this week. Help me make sure she sees it. I love you, Serena. So this jealous Becky, who was pathetic at this point, she actually didn't even pay attention to the part where her husband said she fought for her life because she had a very severe pregnancy with blood clots where she could have perished. She fought for our child, for recognition, for equal pay, for women's rights. She never gives up. This Becky completely omitted that and only said, why did she write that? Why did she write that? I'm telling you, black women, come get healed. Love yourself, honor yourself, adore yourself. You are the foundation for every happiness. That's why I made the Laws of Enchantress program, and people laughed at me. And I said, you as a black woman have a high feminine sacred energy. And if you put this sacred energy into yourself, into your marriage, if you're traditional, if you honor gender roles, this is what it looks like when you are truly a wife to your husband. She's dominant on the court, but when she goes home, she's a feminine, soft woman. Look how she looks when she's with him, a completely different person. She can flip that off, but these women don't want this to happen. And the fact that she is a beautiful, chocolate, ebony, drop-dead gorgeous, dominant player who happens to be black, this woman can't stand it. And that's why I made my Laws of Enchantress program, not to be frivolous, not to be empty, because I'm trying to tell you black women that you have the most power to heal, transform. When you put your sensuality and your mind into the law of attraction, you can transform your life. I don't care if you broke, I don't care if you fat, I don't care if you poor. Once you learn to heal yourself and love yourself, you literally create your reality. These women are choking that a man spoke like that, and a man that is not black spoke to a black woman who happens to be the most popular athlete on the planet. She lied. She said, oh, she said he wrote this thing, make sure she sees it. And the post talks about women's rights, equal pay. She fought for her life, our child's life. What is a husband supposed to do when your wife loses the biggest match of her life because she's 36 years old? She could have won that match and retire and go earn. Now she has to play all over again. I'm not done. There's more. Ohanian is prone to these kinds of public displays of affection. He's prone. What do you mean he's prone? He hasn't been married before. He haven't had girlfriends before. So he's prone to showing affection for his wife. I'm reading from this article. Ohanian is prone to these kinds of public displays of affection. In February, he put up several billboards. So she underlined it in red on a highway near a tournament in Indiana Wells to welcome his wife back to tennis after she took some time to give birth to the couple's daughter. So he put a couple of billboards that said greatest mama of all time, Serena Williams, and he put GMOAT. He was encouraging her. He was loving her. He was honoring her. And as a fellow woman, but I guess we are not fellow women. I guess. I never would see this type of article if she was Caucasian. But she underlined it and said, public displays. He only did that once because she was coming back to the game. And to come back to the game the same year you had a baby, to come back to the game the same year you had a complicated pregnancy that could have killed her. She almost died. She could have been dead. To come back to the game after that was done. And for you to get upset. So he put a couple of posters that said, this just went alongside I-10 into Palm Springs. I wanted to welcome her back to tennis, designed them by myself with some help from Junior. And he put the baby's face. As a woman, you should be happy that this husband's honoring his wife. As a woman, you should be ecstatic. This man is excited about his wife and excited to be a husband and is being a loving husband. This is the good morals America needs. This is the good standard America needs. But notice, these type of women would never talk about the trashy, ghetto, and the crazy stuff that makes us look bad. She's attacking this woman and saying, why the billboards? She's the #1 athlete in the world. And he's married to the #1 athlete in the world. That's a huge thing for him. He is lucky, he is blessed, and he knows it. And he wants to support her in every way possible. He wants to be her biggest fan. And you got a problem with that as a fellow woman? Heather, please have several seats. Please stop trying to make your writing career explode off of the predicted and proactive temper that you know you're going to get, because Serena is an American icon. And not only that, she's iconic to black women who feel their dark skin, their natural hair, and their full curves aren't attractive, to black women who are told that nobody's going to want you if you're not a 00. Nobody's going to want you if you don't have a certain look. And she's married to a wealthy, supportive, loving man, and you cannot stand it. You are fuming at the mouth. There is absolutely no excuse at this point in time to criticize this girl's marriage and kicking her while she's down, and you're a fellow woman. This is disgusting. I've never seen anything like this in all my years of reading editorials. I've never seen anyone criticize a man's marriage after any controversy. I've never seen anyone criticize any female athlete's marriage after any controversy. And there's not even anything to criticize. You're actually critiquing that it was too good and too nice and too supportive. It is disgusting and presumptuous. You're presuming that this is too good for a black woman. You're presuming that this is too much. Who made you, as a white woman, judge and jury on how she should be treated in her marriage? How dare you? Who made you white? Who do you think you are? Who do you really think you are, Heather? And I really hope you see this video. You should be ashamed as a fellow woman. There's no excuse, no rationalization. Don't play dumb. Don't sit here and tell me, well, I was doing other couples too. Serena is a mega star, and she has a husband who recognizes that and honors that. And as a fellow woman who loves women, and as a fellow advocate, this is ridiculous. So I'm not done. This was also a time when Williams wanted, listen to how angry Becky is. There was also a time Williams wanted Italian food. So Ohanian flew her to Venice and naturally posted about this smooth move on Instagram. These actions are objectively romantic. Objectively romantic? No, you jealous banshee. It is periodly romantic. And as a fellow woman, you should be supporting this, empowering this. As a fellow woman, you should be encouraging this romantic behavior so more men can feel, okay, if I do this, I'll get acknowledged. You know, good guys do finish first. Good guys don't have to finish last. But when you have these extreme, super saiyan, Goku feminists who are screaming, transforming to stage 3, and don't want to see happy marriages, don't want to see traditional homes, don't want to see a man and woman be balanced, this is a problem. So I'm going to finish reading it. There was also the time Williams wanted Italian food. So Ohanian flew into Venice, and he naturally posted about this smooth move on Instagram. Though these actions are objectively romantic, okay, they feel straight out of a room.com. In fact, they play as strangely performative, like Ohanian is too good to be true, Justin Trudeau tennis spouses. Why is he too good to be true? Because you are comparing him to your failed relationships, Heather? Why is he too good to be true? Because you're contrasting it to your men who you don't show affection to, who you won't submit to, who you won't do anything for. Why is it unattractive? This is what a happy man looks like. And I wish more men, okay? I wish more men would rise up and say, this is what a happy man looks like. Exactly. So she said, why would Ohanian include the world in his overtures to his wife, if not because he craves praise for absolutely killing it as the feminist husband game? What do you mean craves praise? He wants to show the world he loves Serena. Heather, if you want to know who Heather is, she's a writer for Slate. And her name is Heather, Heather, and it's Schwindel. It's Schwedel, and she's a writer for Slate. And the title of the article is "The Very Public Love of Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian." So she's not making any sense. These women are faces of Nike. They have to project a good, happy family image. And I don't understand why, as a fellow woman, you have a problem. You are jealous and you are pathetic. Because I've seen stars and wives and athletes buy cars and mansions and splurge on each other. He's showing affection, and it's important for black women to see themselves loved, honored, and adored. It's not her fault that she knows how to enchant her man. It's not her fault that she has the feminine energy. So he says, killing at the feminist husband game. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about the fact that this girl is angry and complaining about nothing. Who gives her the standard? Who gives her the right to say what's good and what's bad? Who gives her that voice? Especially when you're a white woman speaking about an interracial marriage on a black athlete. Have some common sense. Have a sensitivity button. It's not deleted. It's not deleted. You can go to the very public love of Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian. I just pulled it up. It's not deleted. Okay? So right here, I'm going to continue. To be fair, Williams may not be the one setting up a drone to record a couple's life together. That's Ohanian. So now she's saying the husband is setting up a drone. I don't know what that means. But she sometimes participates in turning their marriage into the stuff of relationship goals. And what is wrong with that? What is wrong with encouraging women to have healthy, happy relationships? What is wrong with that? You see, what I don't understand about these types of women, they talk about feminism and extremism, and you can't critique them. God forbid you embrace traditionalism. That's why I don't like them. They're allowed to criticize traditionalism. They're allowed to criticize Christianity. They're allowed to criticize customs. But if you open your mouth and you critique them in any shape, way, or form, you're anti this, you're anti that. And that's what I don't like. It is disgusting. And black women need to rise up. Black women need to contact this editor, get this story down, because this is one of the most disgusting assaults. In all my years, I have never seen the marriage of an athlete on par and dissected. Never. I can't even. Kobe Bryant got into issues. You didn't see his marriage pulled apart. Kobe Bryant got into issues. All right, Telly, so we can read it together. So I'm going to finish reading it for you. To be fair, Williams may not be the one setting up a drone to record the couple's life together. That's Ohanian. How does she know what's going on in her house? She has no idea. So this woman is jealous and thinking that there has to be a motive. How dare you treat a black woman this nice? Look at the hate of Becky. Look at the jealousy. And when I talk about this, oh, you can't fix shit. Y'all better wake up and stop being aloof. Let me finish. But she sometimes participates in turning their marriage into the stuff of relationship goals. On Instagram, she had posted about Alexis Day, a made-up annual holiday in which the two celebrate the relationship and treat each other. So because they're celebrating the relationship and treating each other, you are upset because that's not supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure if he was disrespecting her, hitting her, domestic abuse, you wouldn't see this interest. So you're actually upset because there's a healthy love relationship. You need Jesus. Let me finish. And together the two run the social media accounts for their baby daughter. Olympia is Twitter verified. A status she achieved through Twitter claim verification was suspended at the time. And she has been on Instagram shortly after her birth. Most celebrities show their baby. So now you're talking about the woman's daughter. That's a low blow. Most celebrities show their baby. And I'm telling you, black women, you have to listen. When you heal yourself, when you love yourself, everything comes from a foundation of love within inside of you. And when you have self-love, nothing negative can come into your way. There's no other way around it. And that's why so many of us have challenges. Even Serena talked about it in Essence and Cosmo, that she didn't love herself. She had doubts about herself, insecurities. She had a string of horrible romances where she got dumped. After Common, she said, oh, I'm not going to date anybody again. But you had to love yourself, treat yourself good, and have a consistent culture of self-love. And that's why the guy is honoring her, because he came to her when she was healed. He came to her when she felt good about herself. He didn't rescue her. He just continued on the positive treatment he saw reflected in her. He sees her as a superhero. He sees her as a goddess because she got that confidence and healed herself. And you can only attract and have at which you are. But a lot of these women, this is foreign to them. It's like talking Swahili or reading like ancient hieroglyphics. They have no idea. What star doesn't show their babies? What star doesn't, listen to this, she said, everything here is from Mama, Serena Williams, and Papa, Alexis Ohanian. All of this is somewhat confusing with a narrative perspective. Even though Williams and Ohanian admit outright that they write the posts themselves, they also sometimes comment on them anyway, as if they didn't. Yeah, because they're playing up to the crowd. Of course the baby can't read, and they're doing stuff for the baby's Instagram. In response to the one caption that reads, when you was young, temporarily suspending Olympia point of view conceit, Williams commented, my love, you are still young, and Ohanian ended, my baby nerd. So that they're having fun and playing around with their baby's Instagram, and she's mad. I bet if she was a baby mama, I bet if she did the same actions with a baby, she wouldn't even care. They are threatened by loved black women. They are threatened by honored black women. They are threatened by protected and married black women who are loved. And especially that this is not, this is interracial. It's hilarious. And not only do mom and dad running an account for Olympia, which has racked up about 489,000 followers, but they also run for one for Olympia's put upon baby doll, KK, daughter of Olympian Hannah, granddaughter of Serena Williams, Alexis Ohanian. Its bio reads, which has a modest but still impressive 27,700 followers. The only other celebrity Spawn could think who had a large online footprint is DJ Khaled's son. So, no, you lying ass. There's plenty of people who post their kids. You missed the whole Kardashian clan. Did you forget about the Kardashians that post their hairs and follicles and everything? You are jealous. She doesn't even have a bigger following than Kim Kardashian or none of the Kardashian sisters. Let me stop. He is at 2 million Instagram followers, executive producer, credit on his father's most recent album. So she said Williams Ohanian family lifestyle isn't surprisingly a luxe one, and they don't pretend to be otherwise. So she's mad that they're showing off a luxury. Exactly. She's mad they're showing off a luxury lifestyle. Let me drink my stuff so I can get in this ass. Connie After Dark. Let me get in this ass. So let me show her. Let me get in this ass for a second. Mango tequila. Nice. So let me explain to you. She is the face of Nike. She has multi-million-dollar contracts with cars and dealerships. If you don't like to see a black woman living well, go on to other channels where they show us being dragged, twerking, and doing all kinds of low-class behavior. Heather, you're not fooling anyone, and shame on the slate, whatever this paper is called. Shame on the slate. Shame on them for allowing this article to even come through. Hey, Cassandra, how you doing? Do they even have editors? Do they even have reviewers? Because this content is trash. So let me finish it here. So she's a jealous woman. Whoever this author is of the Slate article, the article that's titled "The Very Public Love Affair of Serena Williams," you are jealous. We women gush for that. We women love that. We love when men are expressive. Men, don't stop being expressive. Men, find traditional women who know how to treat you like a man. Men, find traditional women who knows how to balance femininity and honor your masculinity. These women don't know what it looks like. So when they see a happily married man, it's like seeing a 15th planet or something that doesn't exist. And that's why it's so foreign, because we as black women, I told you, we have the power to enchant. We have the power to have prosperity and love. Prosperity and love. When Becky does it, all she knows how to do is get that money and secure that bag. And guess what? She secured that divorce in 10 years. We have the power, like Michelle, to keep our husbands enthralled. We have the power, like Lisa Bonet, to make our husbands gush. We have the power, like Viola Davis, to have our men adore us. We have the power, like Paula Washington, the wife of Denzel Washington, to have our men be proud and say, this is why my marriage lasts 35 years. We have the power, like Jada Pinkett, to make your husband have 24 years of marriage and still say, baby, I love you. That is the sensuality and the feminine allure. We have the power. You know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy? Russell Wilson is the same way of expressive to Ciara. I don't see her talking about that. Russell Wilson is a big NFL star making a lot of money. I think he makes more than Alexis. I actually think Serena's husband's more rich. I can check it out. I can look for you. But Russell Wilson is a man of wealth. He gushes on Ciara. In fact, the course 6 we're doing for Laws of Enchantress, yes, that's right, Telly. Course 6, which is the 6th course for Laws of Enchantress program, which is my lifetime club. You pay once, you get in. And we're actually doing a deep dive on Ciara, who said she healed and loved herself and manifested and visualized her husband. We got the extra notes from the Essence magazine where she talked about in detail how she got her husband to love her. And this is what you have to understand, black women. This is a normal thing. When you love yourself and you honor yourself and you vibrate, we are the most sensual woman. We are the most misunderstood woman on the planet. If you honor the black woman, she will create heaven on earth. If you love the black woman, she will make your home a Garden of Eden. Statistics show that every successful man knows he needs a happy marriage home for long life. Okay? Hey, for long living. And these women are terrified that the world is seeing a white man loving a black woman affectionately. They are terrified for him to be expressing his love. He's enchanted. Black women have the power to enchant their man, whether it's Denzel Washington, whether it's Obama, whether it's Jason Momoa, whether it's, Will Smith. We have the power to have prosperity and love, something they haven't mastered because they don't know how to be feminine. They don't know what positive submission is versus negative submission. They hate marriage. They hate patriarchy. They hate it. Thank you. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe because I'm not done. Because let me read the rest of this because you ladies are going to get mad. And I really hope the editors take this story down because it is embarrassing to white women. If I was a white woman, I'd be like, this looks really jealous. Could you please take it down? It's really embarrassing. And the fact that they chose this time to attack a happy, healthy marriage, criticize her child, criticize her baby's Instagram, that is a low blow to a mother. And they know that Serena's protective. These women are passive aggressive. That's why their marriages don't last. These women are passive aggressive. That's why I tell you, the only thing that's keeping, the story is called One Last Time. It's in the title of this YouTube. If you can see the title of this YouTube, the story is called The Very Public Love of Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian. So if you Google that, it's a story by Slate. So click on it and you can read along with me. All right? So let me finish. Okay? So she's upset they have a luxe family lifestyle. So she needs to get some education on how much they're worth. Anyway, in addition to aforementioned impromptu trips to Europe, a pursuit of their overall yields Instagram captions like, I can buy her anything, but her favorite is anything Fisher Price. Can anyone relate? Olympian's mom. What is the rich people's alternative to Fisher's Price? Is a thought I've never had before. And I had to admit, I sometimes roll my eyes with people with endless resources share these kind of relatable moments. But it's not hard to admire the way Serena is modeling motherhood with refreshing candor. She does have endless resources and a supportive partner, yet motherhood is still a struggle for her. I want to stop right there. Listen to how evil this woman is. And this is why we have to stay vigilant. It's not a joke. This is a national publication available internationally. I'm going to read this line to you slowly. But this is passive aggressive at its best. This is passive aggressive at its best. I don't know how men date these types of women. They only have standards because of social discrimination, because these are trash women. This is not a normal woman. I want you to listen to this. But it is also not hard to admire the way Serena Williams is modeling motherhood with refreshing candor. So you're like, oh, okay, she's giving her some credit. But she does have endless resources. I'll post it for you. She does have endless resources. So right after you give her accolades for bigging up motherhood, for loving motherhood, you said she does have endless resources and a supportive partner. No, bitch, it's her husband. I know you're jealous, Becky. Husband. Know how to say it. Husband. Okay? And yet motherhood is still a struggle for her. Yeah, she suffered from serious blood clots after her pregnancy, and she posted about how she finds it to balance her grueling practice schedule with her desire to spend time with her daughter. Williams is the ultimate powerful woman, and thanks to that cliche, the men don't want to be with women who are more successful than they are. It's nice to see a partner who, despite being a lesser hotshot himself, seems to take a backseat to her career. So she's putting it on blast. Our husband's a lesser few. Let me break it down to you. Serena is one of the richest athletes in the world. If she was only to date another rich athlete, her dating pool would be this small. It'd be LeBron, Steph Curry, and a few people. Her husband, on average, is richer than 95% of all Americans, and he's in tech. I'm pretty sure he's doing Reddit, he's gonna be fine. But that's a passive-aggressive shot. By saying she has plenty of help, a supportive partner, a mother is a mother. A mother is a mother. I'm telling you, when I talk about the power of the black woman, when I tell you heal, 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 when I tell you this is why I made the Laws of Enchantress program, so you can love yourself, honor yourself. Everything comes from a foundation of self-love. Once you love yourself, that's the highest frequency, and you will attract endlessness. Look at her life before loving herself, when she crashed with Common, she crashed with Jake, and she talks about it openly on her website, how she wasn't even going to date men again. She was going to swear off men for 10 years because she was devastated. But once she learned to heal herself, meditation, manifestation, she has a wonderful husband. She looks like a completely different woman. Same thing with Ciara. Ciara didn't level up from the outside. She leveled up from the inside. To me, she didn't level up nothing. She came home to self. She came home to self-love, self-respect. And that's a perfect, perfect example of feminine sacred. Because if you look at Ciara, she looks younger. She's aging in reverse. And you can't deny there's a feminine central power. It's not about wearing wigs and wearing makeup. It's about the essence that's healed. Don't let anyone tell you bullshit. Ciara was drop dead gorgeous and 4 years younger, and Future dragged her like he met her on the bodega. He treated her like he met her on the corner, like, psst, psst, hey, shorty. And he dragged her after, left her with a baby, didn't get married, cheated on with the stylist. And what did Ciara do? If you read the Essence magazine, or you just Google Ciara manifested her husband, see what comes up. This is what we're studying right now, amongst many other things in Course 6. And these things can change your life. Ciara said I had to love myself. Ciara said I had to honor myself. Ciara said I had to heal. And let me tell you something, black women. She fought the temptation. Hey Vera, she fought the temptation. She could have easily made 6 or 7 diss albums. She would have made mad money talking about Future. She would have made mad money dissing him. I would have been the first one to buy that album. I'm not even gonna lie. I would have been the first one to be like, yeah, let me get that Ciara diss album. But she knew her future mattered. And black women, you gotta listen to me. Get off the Blackie weather forecast. She could have easily went into that Blackistan I hate, but she knew that living well is the best revenge. Why do you think Future's so mad? It's been 4 years later. He got other baby mamas to worry about. He got other kids to worry about. Ciara's like the 4th kid with him? And he can't get over it because she's beaming love. She can't get over it because she's loved and adored. She can't get over it because just like Ohanian, her man is enchanted. When are you black women going to realize if you're healed and you love yourself and you honor yourself, you will get an enchanted man. Your man will be crazy about you. I am 39 years old. I spent my entire life not loving myself, not honoring myself. I wasn't a virgin before Jason. I had boyfriends before him. It don't matter how I met Jason and I met him online. It doesn't matter. If I did not stop my insecurities, if I did not stop my hate, because I had a lot of self-issues and I didn't realize it. It's not till I met a man that said, whoa, 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 there's something going on. Why I'm doing nice things for you? And I had to heal. I had to look inward and say, I got to love me for me. I can't keep compensating. And this is what drives me crazy, is that when black women realize its power, once you on a positivity attraction, negativity will deflect. Ciara did it with Future. Serena did it with Drake, and thank God, you see that hot mess with Drake. Ciara did it with Drake and Common. Michelle Obama did it with Obama. Jada Pinkett did it. Lisa Bonet, divorced from Lenny Kravitz, found true love and did it. You are the essence and the beacon, but you have to believe 100%, and you got to get coaching, meditation, manifestation, visualization. You truly have to change your life if you want to change your life. I'll say it again. You got to change your life if you want to change your life. If you want different results, you can't use the same techniques. You got to do something radical. And you got to do something as radical as love yourself. If you can love some bum ass, ashy ass, crazy crunchy guy who wasn't worth shit, you can try loving yourself 100%. I believe in you. I believe in you. If you can love some man who didn't love you, try to turn that mirror around and say, I love you. I adore you. I respect you. Watch what happens to the world around you. Watch the energy shift. Watch romance and careers and abundance and weight loss, because anything positive that you do in your life has to come from a foundation from you. And this is what these white women don't understand. They're perplexed. How does he love her? Because Serena loves herself. Why is he adoring her? Because Serena adores herself. Why is he constantly gushing about her? Because Serena knows she's the ish. What you get from men and your mother and your father and the world around you is what you reflect. The world is a reflection. And sometimes we don't like what we see, and we try to take accountability and throw it at other people. But once you truly start honoring yourself, like we teach in the laws of Enchantress, there's miracles happening in that group, and it scares me. Women getting married, women getting engaged, women having better positive interactions. And the most important thing is women loving themselves. You are my first concern. Whatever you do after you earn self-love is none of my business. Once you love yourself, that is my top thing, because you don't understand. You cannot build upon a broken foundation. And the reason why Becky is she's choking, because she doesn't understand that. They want to fight the world. And the only reason they get away with being aggressive is because they have that social standard of being feminine and being soft. But eventually, their own men will turn against them. You see that excessive Me Too movement? people talking about they got touched 20,000 in BC. You see how they manipulating that movement, and it was made for black women from social, economically underprivileged neighborhoods where women are really getting raped, killed, murdered, domestic violence. You see that Me Too movement, how they perverting it to some Hollywood glamorized stuff. You don't see no women of color. You don't see no Hispanic. You don't see African American. You don't see no Asian. All you see is one static trend of Hollywood women, as if no one else in the country needs these resources more. Women who don't have money, women who can't speak English, women who can't take time off for work to go to court back and forth, women who can't hire a lawyer, women who can't afford to miss 4 weeks of work to go to court. This is what the movement was made for by a black woman. But they appropriated even that. I'm telling you, you are an amazing creature. This woman is spitting fire. So let's she was like, let me just tell you this. By the crude math that we use to judge couples, it sure seems like they both won. Or at least Williams or Ohana are very good at reassuring them of this. What is she talking about? On the whole, the Williams Ohanian family's online content is extremely cute, but it also feels pretty baroque and labor intensive and a domestic charade. Why? Because these women have an agenda to make marriage look bad. These are psycho women who don't want to see traditionalism. These are the same women that will talk about crap, but it's okay if they see a gay marriage and two men together. And I'm not anti-gay. I got amazing gay friends. I'm in New York, Gay Pride 2000, I'm fine. But the fact that it's okay to attack a heterosexual couple, it's okay to attack a Christian/Jewish, interracial heterosexual couple. What is happening to the word? What is happening to the world? What is happening to society? The fact that I know in my heart, if this was a gay couple, they would love it. If this was a gay couple, two men, she would never write this article saying why they're so happy, why they treat themselves so well. And the reason I bring up a gay couple is because no one is more extravagant than a gay couple. I've been to gay weddings. No one does more lavishing. They're very fun and they're very eccentric. No one is more luxurious than two gay men getting married. If you haven't been to a gay wedding, you're missing some style because they know how to get down. Crystal on every table, tequila, Patron, satin sheets, you know what I'm saying? 7-course menus, lobsters, tails, and they love gifts. They treat each other very well. I'm from Manhattan. They treat each other very luxurious, and I can bet you my life, if this was a gay couple, you would never see her question why they so nice. It is insulting, and she's missing a sensitivity chip. As a Caucasian woman, she should have been shitting in her pants to even write an article like this. This is like me critiquing a gay couple, but they would never allow that. They would never allow that. This is what's happening to the traditionalism in this country. This is what's happening to the institution of marriage in this country. This is what's happening to women that are hateful. So let me continue. This gets to the heart of what's fascinating about the two very public performance of marriage and parenthood. What exactly are they trying to prove? What do you mean? I don't understand. I want to see positive images of black women. What do you mean prove? Prove what? You have a problem because you are a feminine liberal and you want marriage to be destructive. You don't want to see women that are happy, and it's pathetic. You don't want to see women that are showing expression and taking joy. The woman is talking about fighting for women's rights. She's a vocal. She's the #1 athlete currently on the planet. Nike said #1 athlete, period. Period. And she's advocating for women's rights. She's advocating for healthcare concerns for minority women who die in childbirth. She's advocating for you to come back and be a wife and mother and still be able to win. And this is how you treat her? And her husband is super supportive. She just gave birth to their child. She could have died. And he's proud of her. He's married to the #1 athlete in the world. Exactly. She had to have a lot of hate in her heart. Thank you, Z. She wrote this article 5:55 in the morning. And I try to tell you, black women, you are the upgrade. I try to tell you, black women, stop being negative. You have the power. Serena is against every prototype. She's not skinny. She's dark skinned. She's curvy. She's thick. She's ugly. She's masculine. She looked like a man. And now she beat the odds. And you know how she beat the odds? Because she did not allow the opinions of others. Lions don't worry about the opinions of sheep. And I told you, black women, your biggest vulnerability is letting people hurt you with words. Don't give in to negative vibration. Because when you're vibrating at a high frequency, hate and anger, exactly from Compton, their father taught them from young, you create your reality. If you watch Richard Williams, he said to them, this is you at the US Open. This is you at Wimbledon. He told them about their future. He spoke it into the universe. Watch the commercials, really cute. And they actually pair it up how she's hitting as a child and adult. It's really beautiful commercial. But if you listen to her father, he didn't say this is gonna be you. This might be you. He said this is you at the US Open. And he used to use, I got his book. You should read it. It's called Between Black and White. And if you read the book, I got it on a PDF. You can get it through Amazon. You can get it through Kindle. And if you read the book, he talks about placing positivity signs through the house and confirming. He told the reporter, you're looking at the number 1 and number 2 tennis players in the world. And they laughed at them. Because he had 2 cute little black girls walking around with beads in their hair. And they were treated horribly by their own American country. And guess what? To persevere, you need the law of attraction. To persevere in a hateful, challenging demographic, especially as a child, when you're taking in so much information, you really have to have ironclad confidence. And we talked about this in the Laws of Enchantress, especially as a black woman. If you don't know how to exude ironclad confidence, and the only way you can do that is by self-love and honoring yourself and devoting to yourself, and you're going to attract how you feel. That's why I say don't subscribe to Blackistan. I'm not a mammy. My boyfriend's white and British. I never even gave $1 to anybody in my life. It don't matter. But the fact is, when you subscribe to that negative energy, you can't attract. You at a stalemate. They're not worth it. If fucking Serena and Ciara, listen to me, my sisters, because I love you. I want to see you prosperous. My intention for you is a happy life. Period. End of the story. How many black women are telling you they want you to be married, they want you to be prosperous, they want you to be loved, they want you to have generational wealth? How many black women are speaking with passion and sincerity? Listen to me. Ciara had every reason to go on a Blackistan rant. Her man dumped her when she was pregnant. He went to go book a show. Did you guys know that he wasn't even there when she gave birth to their child? Future was out performing. Did you know that? Did you know that? Accept that. Did you know that she had a tattoo and she had to remove it? Did you know he cheated her with the stylist? Did Ciara go on a 2, 3, 4-year rant? Did Ciara talk about this excessively? Did she go on every single radio show and complain? You have to remember, she made a choice. Do I want happiness and love? Or do I want to engage this guy and be sad? And she made a choice to put every bit of her being into her happiness. And like I said, living well is the best revenge. Living well is the best revenge. You got to love yourself. You got to honor yourself. Take yourself to the spa. Take yourself to Sephora. Take yourself to get a massage. Have a consistent self-care plan. You gotta love yourself. Because Ciara could have made a choice. She had the red pill and she had the blue pill. And the red pill will get you love and happiness. The blue pill will get you revenge. And you gotta make a choice like Neo in the Matrix. And both of them have a logical explanation. Somebody hurts you, you want to get revenge fast. But you gotta learn how to take that red pill and play the long game. You see how these people made fun of Serena and called her masculine and called her man and said no one would want her, and now she got a rich husband who adores her, who was enchanted with her, and they can't handle it. Living well is the best revenge. Why do you think Future, 4 years later, is still dragging Ciara? Why do you think Future is upset? Ciara's not even paying him no mind. She's on the yacht. She's getting kisses. She's getting hugs. She's going out. She's happy. She's getting romance. And they're showing excessiveness on Instagram. Like I said, we live in a negative world. And we're conditioned to intercept, receive, and breed negativity. But you gotta understand, the law of attraction makes you aware of that. You gotta take that out of your subconsciousness. And a lot of people don't understand the law of attraction. You don't get what you want. You get what you believe. And that belief of yourself is buried deep within your subconsciousness. So you would really have to do a lot of affirmations and meditations and visualizations. And you got to be consistent with self-love. You got to do constant positive affirmations. We teach all of this in the Laws of Enchantress course. And I am proud as a black woman to say, months before Ciara talked about using manifestation to get Russell, months before Ciara talked about using meditation, visualization, and positive, I was telling black women the truth. That's how I manifested my boyfriend, who flew on a plane 3,000 miles from England to meet me. A lot of girls were trying to talk to him. We met on a very popular Swirlers page. She had like a private Facebook page. She just started it. And I was one of the admins and moderators. And yeah, I used to host all the time, and he saw me through there. But there was a lot of girls who like him. He's 6'3" and British, good-looking guy, wonderful man. I love him so much. But he saw something special in me. He saw something special in me that made him compelled to get on a plane and fly 8 hours. There's no one that can force that. I can't force that. I wasn't even expecting that, to be honest with you. That was a long shot. He could have came over here and I'd be like, poof, be gone. Because I wasn't encouraging it. Because I was like, I don't do long distance. Don't fly over here. I don't want to talk to you. I had every excuse in the book. But I'm so glad that he saw my femininity. I'm so glad that I spoke about traditionalism. I'm so glad I was a romantic hopeful. Even though I wasn't healed in that moment, I still had a positive outlook on love and romance. I wouldn't give up. I almost gave up. But like I said, you got the red pill and you got the blue pill. You got the orange pill, you got the pink pill. You got the yellow pill, you got the orange pill. We all have choices in life, and you make those choices. Ciara made a choice to take, I don't know what kind of pill she took. Multicolored pill, all different colors. But the pill she took did not include hate and anger, resentment. It didn't include engaging what she claims she wants to leave behind. And I'm pretty sure when he was on Instagram dragging her, I'm pretty sure she was burning inside. But she knew that if I give all my energy into finding a husband, being loved, being adored, and she truly upgraded her life, she got an amazing man. Isn't Russell amazing? I want to give this brother, Russell is amazing. It's like she literally drew this guy from a cartoon. And he's adoring her. These men are enchanted, and men can only get enchanted when you love yourself. It don't matter if you're a size 2 or a size 20. He's affectionate, he's enchanted. So an enchanted man is a man that is eager, because people ask me, what's the laws of Enchantress? The first part of the laws of Enchantress is getting enchanted with you, falling in love with you, being affectionate with you, treating yourself nice, going to Sephora, buying yourself perfume, going to MAC, buying yourself lipstick. As an enchanted woman, you should be looking for each and every opportunity to love yourself, be nice to yourself, fuck it, get a second job, and get the stuff you want. You know why? Because life is a mirror. Life is a reflection. So when you start honoring yourself, buying yourself flowers, ordering flowers, getting roses, when you start honoring and adoring yourself, it's going to be reciprocated. Or you're not going to allow people to come into your life and treat you less than you treat you. He can't get enough of Ciara. He's obsessed with Ciara. And he's enchanted because she healed. She talked about this. And this is why course 6 of the Laws of Enchantress program that you should sign up for now. It's an amazing course. I'll put up the PayPal link. You can go straight to the Facebook page. And I'm not just trying to promote it. But there are black women, you can read the comments, you can go to announcements, you can read from other black women who were going to therapy for years, and the therapy hasn't helped them as much as me telling them, love yourself, honor yourself. Because there's going to be people in life, I've experienced it, y'all know, who try to doubt you, who try to question you, who try to hurt you and talk about you. And if you can't be confident 100%, ironclad confidence. Confidence is not when everybody's loving you, adoring you. That's not confidence. That's you getting accolades. You're living off the positive energy. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But the core of your being has to stand firm. The core of your being has to be significant. You can't allow people who won't even show you their fucking face to degrade you. You can't allow people who you're never going to meet in person. You can't allow keyboard warriors. I don't care if it's your mom. I don't care if it's your dad. I don't care if it's your sister. You can't allow nobody that is not you to destroy you or talk bad about you. If that was the case, Serena and Venus wouldn't make it to Wimbledon. If that was the case, Future would have destroyed Ciara because he was dragging her and humiliating her. And he still is doing it now. I can only imagine. And that is violence. That is verbal violence. For you to turn on the radio and hear some rapper critiquing your marriage and degrading her, saying she want him for money when Ciara's worth $20 million. I ain't know being $20 million was a buster. I'll take $20 million. So you have to realize the world is a hammer and it will try to break you, especially the black woman. Look what this woman did. Look what this woman did. Just look. Look what this woman did, Heather, to Serena. She's at her lowest point. Pay attention. She's at her lowest point. She just lost the Grand Slam. She had a controversial loss. She lost to Osaka. She came all this way after having a troubling pregnancy, after almost dying from complications. And this woman from the Slate who wrote this story called The Very Public Love of Serena and Williams and Alexis Ohanian, as if she's not the #1 athlete in the world, the #1 face for Nike, this woman chose this time as a fellow woman to attack a mother and champion for the United States, to attack her marriage, attack her child, criticize her from top to bottom, and to be passive aggressive. And that's what can't stand. If you're going to criticize me, just come out and say it. Don't be passive aggressive. That drives me nuts because it's kind of like insulting to intelligence. No one believes you. No one believes you. You can rationalize. Yeah, she brought up Olympia too. How dare you bring up this girl's daughter? You said, oh, tiring. What are you, handicapped? And I have to say this, do you have a mental disability? Because obviously Serena is rich enough to hire social media managers. I'm pretty sure if I can hire one for a couple of pages, I'm pretty sure you hire for your Instagram. How could you sit here and use these shallow excuses? And as a fellow woman, you should be ecstatic to see a fellow woman be loved. As a woman, you should be ecstatic to see a man being a husband, being supportive. As a woman, you should be so empowered that she had complications. And even though she just gave birth, she came all the way and was this close. As a woman, where's the sisterhood? So when I talk about Becky this and Becky that, and oh, you can't hate Becky and date her son, and you can't hate Becky. What do you mean? No one hates you. It's called being offensive. It's called being proactive. It's called having common sense. This is why the beauty standards are appropriated. Who you think appropriates the beauty standards? Who you think is walking around with your lips, your hips, your ass, and your hourglass shape, and your complexion getting melanin shots, but still don't want to give accolades and give attributes to why they love this? I'm not saying you can't be. I don't know what Alexis is. He's Serbian or something. I know when he got married, they had a Hebrew name. Let me see what he is. Let me see what Alexis is. Alexis. Because I know when they got married, he had some kind of 3-chord poem. So I'm going to tell you what he is. It says Alexis Ohanian, born 1993, is an American internet entrepreneur and investor who's co-founder and chairman of social news Reddit. So it says, okay, early life, he was born in Brooklyn. His mom is German, and his father, Chris Ohanian, Armenian, who came to the U.S. as refugees after the Armenian genocide. Wow, his parents are refugees from the genocide. Wow. So let me see what his personal life. He's engaged to Serena. Let me see published works, small. Let me see all the references. Let me see. And this is the most disgusting time. And the thing is that you're attacking their happiness. You're surprised. LeBron is on there with his wife. LeBron is one of the richest athletes on the planet. And he's very vocal about loving his wife and honoring his wife and doing all these things with his wife. LeBron's, but it's okay because it's a black couple. How many times LeBron said, black women are powerful, black women are amazing, women of color are the best. Like, you understand? They have an issue because this is a new era. So it's crazy. I'm descending for immigrants. Wow. What is the Armenian genocide? I think I heard about it before, and the country still doesn't acknowledge it. I saw a movie about the Armenian genocide, and the country was still upset that people even acknowledged it. It was kind of weird. Like, I can't remember the movie I saw, and it was a while back that the guy fell in love with the girl. It's a good movie. I can look it up to see. Let me see. Let me see what he is. Let me see. Oh, he's Christian. Oh, they had a Hebrew text. Okay. Yeah. So that's what, so exactly. But I'm telling you, black women, I'm predicting it. I'm going to predict it. And before my time on this planet, people are going to see black women for what they are. You don't have to level up. You don't, because Ciara didn't do anything. Ciara is the same beautiful black woman who was with Future and the same beautiful black woman who's with Russell. All she did was love herself. All she did was allow herself the audacity to think a man could be enchanted with her. And it takes healing, ladies. Before you can do anything else, it takes healing. Steve Jobs' parents were refugees, Syrians too. Yeah. That's why this country is great. That's why, I mean, we have our challenges in America. I'm not going to sit up here like some patriot, but we have our challenges. But there's a beauty to this country that you got a black woman who can represent the United States and won 20 Grand Slams. She marries an Armenian refugee. They have a child. It's a beautiful love story. You know, you got two major minorities that wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for certain things. And we are just tearing apart her marriage in the most critical time. And what I can't stand is that these Beckys are going to go ahead and play the passive aggressive card. At least if you don't like me, just say it. Be honest about your reasons. Passive aggressiveness is like an insult to intelligence because no one believes you. We don't believe you. You need more people. Like, get out of here with that crap. Get out of here with that crap. You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic. When not Anna Kournikova, when Maria Sharapova, who is one of the highest paid tennis stars in tennis, got caught doping and being on drugs for 10 years and getting kicked out of tennis temporarily. They didn't delve into her background. They didn't delve into her relationships. They didn't go back to Russia and see where she got the drugs from. They would never do that to her. And she actually was taking illegal substance. So this is what we have to do as black women. We need to, I'm going to put the link, because this is a live, so I couldn't put the link. I don't know, can I write inside of this as I'm touching? I don't know. I don't want to touch the screen and mess up my live. But what I'm trying to tell you is that you are the upgrade. They are terrified. They don't want to see you as black women loved, honored, adored. So who's Heather? Okay, my love. Heather is a writer for the Slate. So if you go on the line right now, it's called The Very Public Love of Serena Williams and Alexis Ohanian. And this is not me defending them because they're interracial. This is me defending the fact that this Becky lady is anti-marriage. She's passive aggressive. She's trying to act like she don't realize Serena's going through the most difficult time. She just lost one of the biggest losses. Okay? She just lost one of the biggest losses, Soul Sessions. So this is what I'm trying to say. No, Heather's the name. Heather's the name of the person. The author is named Heather Schwindel. Heatherschwedel. Okay? So, exactly. Thank you, Telly. And that's why I came on and did a 911 Connie After Dark. Because I try to tell black women, when you are loved, your man will be enchanted. When you are honored. And we need to go back to traditionalism. Because everything we talk about, we want a guy to provide. We want him to be a leader. These are all masculine roles. So you got to be the feminine to the masculine. You got to be the feminine to the alpha. And like I said, they don't know how to be wives. They win by default. You know what that means by default setting? You ever see that shit says default? They win by default. And eventually, good men are going to recognize good women, period. So you as a black woman, you be a good woman. You know how to be feminine. You know how to keep a house. You know how to create ambiance. You know how to create a home so your man wants to come home. You know how to be loving and affectionate. You know how to be delicate and soft. You do what you're supposed to do and continue grooming yourself, investing in yourself, taking care of yourself. Because you got to take care of yourself from the inside out. But any care you do comes from self-love. If you want to lose weight, but you don't love yourself, you're not going to stick to it. You're not going to be committed. You're not going to be like a wild tiger doing everything, grabbing nutritionists, grabbing trainers, joining 3-5 gyms. When you love yourself, that type of devotion and passions comes from you. When you love yourself, you're not going to deal with disrespect from anyone. And when you love yourself, people can say anything they want to say about you, and you're going to stand firm and say, I don't need your opinion to love myself. So, Christine, we're not talking about that right now. Let me tell you why we're not talking about negative PR from black men. This woman wrote an article on her marriage. This article is available internationally. This article is online, and it's already got hits. If you check the news, it's on CNN, it's on ABC. There's a big Twitter backlash. Twitter is international. You're talking about black guys who are a minority that are on this YouTube and they don't got a big platform. This is major. This is not about black men right now. This is about Becky. This is about Becky writing an international article right after she's an editor. She's a publicist. She is a head editor for this newspaper. This article is going to reach millions of people. Whoever that dry ashy is, that whoever that is, they don't have that ability. They don't have that ability. You have to understand that this is, again, they're upset. And they have the power to distort. And people will listen to them. People will respect them. This is not the same as me. Look at my YouTube. What I got? 32 viewers. Who cares what I have to say? I'm just talking to my fans. I'm talking to my sisters. I'm talking to my fellow black women. I want you to know that you are the upgrade. But when you have somebody that has the power, look at this. It's on tweet. It's on share. It's on comment. It got about 2 million hits. This is a problem, because it's telling the world that we're not supposed to be loved. It's telling the world that we're not supposed. It's telling the world. It's a big difference between Tyrone on a YouTube channel with 500 people. This is an international. It's on CNN. You got to see the hits. Okay? People are going crazy. People are going nuts with this. You have to see what's happening with this article. Exactly. The very public life. They don't criticize Kim Kardashian. The very public life. They don't criticize Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. They don't criticize anybody else. But this is something that bothers them, because she is the most famous black woman technically in the world. She's the most dominant athlete technically in the world. And she's being openly loved by not just a man, but by a white man. And this is very disgusting, because you're a fellow woman and she just lost. She just had a baby. She had a complicated pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? And who are you to dictate what's exaggerated, what's this? Who are you? You're basing off of your failed life, your dry self, your relationship. This is bad. This is horrible. And she knows that she's going through a trying time. But anybody that would diss somebody when they're down, anybody that would attack somebody when they're down, it's a reflection of their unhappy soul. Like I said, what do I say? Happy people do happy things. Don't let people try to scapegoat you and rationalize why they do mean things. Because if you happy, you enjoying life, you traveling, you love, you making money, you have abundance. When you are living a good life, it's reflected. Just because people scream loud and talk loud and tell you everything, I don't give a shit. It's basic human psychology 101. If you got a good man and a good husband and you're happy, that's what you're going to talk about. If you are being loved and you believe in love, that's what you're going to talk about. This is about Becky can't stand in the fact that this sister's being loved and writing an article 5:55 a.m. in the morning and publishing it on Slate. And now poor Serena, I want you to understand, poor Serena has to deal with this right now. She just lost the Grand Slam. It was a controversial loss. They gave a point away. They gave a game away. Okay, Osaka won. We all know Serena is mad clutch. I've watched Serena since she was a child. Serena's clutch, which means she lost the first set. And she was playing the second set evenly. We all know that loss. We'll never know who the real winner is. Okay, she just lost $3.8 million in prize money. On top of them, taking those points away, they took the $17,000 away from Serena in the prize money. And on top of that, the umpires and the chair umpires are talking about they're going to boycott. Okay? They're going to boycott her permanently, meaning that if they don't, you know, be umpires for her game, she can't play. So this is the perfect time for Becky to be passive aggressive and insult her marriage, insult her child, talk about her baby. And she's doing it on purpose in a nonchalant, passive aggressive way, which drives anyone crazy because you want to walk around and say, well, she wasn't the only couple I critiqued. I critique other couples too. There is no other couple next to Serena and Alexis. They're the most famous people. Unless you're doing LeBron, unless you're doing some type of Hollywood celebrity. Like she just lost the game and it's all over Twitter. Use your talent as an author to write something intellectual and not feed off the back because she's thriving the hate and negativity. Serena's marriage is a healthy thing. It makes men look good no matter what. It makes women look good. It makes motherhood look good. It makes being a mom look good. Why would you as a fellow woman? We need to understand that it's not about black men this time. Good try. Y'all need to wake up and realize Becky got an agenda. Becky got reach. Becky got power. Becky got Arthur. Becky writing shit 5:55 a.m. in the morning and publishing it. We need to realize there's a place and time for everything. And this time right now is that Becky is threatened when she sees you loved, honored, adored. When she sees you being a wife and a mother. When she sees your husband enchanted with you. I'm very sorry that they don't know how to enchant their man. I'm very sorry that seeing a husband that's happy and in love with his wife is completely foreign to them. That's not our problem as black women. But it's our problem when you're trying to take this woman down. Just picture for 1 second that you're Serena. Let's just picture for 1 second and you read that article about your husband. I'll wait. How would you feel as a black woman? This picture. Exactly. Exactly. This picture that is your family. Who has a daughter on here? Who has a child? Just picture that somebody is talking about your child in that manner. Just picture somebody is talking about your husband. You wake up in the morning and that's the first thing you read after everything that's being said about you. And she's a fellow woman. Why would you do that? Why would you not be happy? I love romance. I love to see men honoring women. I love to see gushy stuff. I love to see husbands being amazing. I love to see LeBron. You know, exactly, Benny. Now picture if you're making an Instagram for your daughter and this woman attacked your daughter. That's a baby. She should have not put the baby in there. The baby should have been completely off. Like, that's a child. Serena Williams is going to be popular and vocal. She's the #1 athlete on the planet, arguably. And you're questioning why he's loving his wife. He's enchanted. This is what it looks like. Perhaps, Heather, if you knew what to do with your man, perhaps, Heather, if you stopped being an alpha woman and an extremist, perhaps if you knew how to show love and romance and be affectionate, this type of behavior from a man would not be foreign to you. But you don't know how to. So seeing a man this happy in a marriage looks like an alien. But it's not. This is the power of the sensual, feminine black woman. This is the power. And that's why I said, black women, heal, 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 heal. I can't even say it anymore. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Adore yourself. Spoil yourself. Buy that Coach bag. Get that Louis Vuitton. Join that luxury gym. Stop engaging in negativity. Read the law of attraction. Take a law of attraction course. Love yourself, because any greatness, you are the foundation. You can't skip you. And I challenge you to invest in you. I challenge you to love and adore you. I challenge you to splurge on you, to go on Groupon and buy a couple of spa tickets. Go to Sephora, buy your favorite perfume. Go to the wine store, buy your favorite Cristal or Patron tequila. Enjoy yourself. And you're going to start to see when you radiate a certain type of love from within you. If you want love, you got to be about love. If you want compassion, you got to be about compassion. The world is a mirror. You get what you put out. And if you want good things, you got to put out good things. You got to put out gratitude. And I promise you, this is why Ciara's man is enchanted. She loves herself. This is why this is why Serena's man is enchanted. She loved herself. This is why Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, Jada is confident. She loves herself. This is why Michelle Obama is still chasing after Michelle like a snack, because she respects herself. You have to realize that you are the foundation for greatness. And I know for a fact from my personal experience. So this is all I got to say, son. If you want to join the Laws of Enchantress program, that's right. Read the article. Very hard to read. I'm sure when y'all get up in the morning, y'all gonna hear more. I didn't even plan to do a live tonight. I did a 911 because I could not believe. I love my sisters. I honor my sisters. I know that you can have what you want. And Serena is one of my favorite people. And I could not believe that they wrote this article about Serena. I cannot believe about her family, her husband, criticizing because her husband's showing too much affection, criticizing, and what is too much according to Becky? Now she wants to make the laws. Now Becky wants to make the laws on how you were loved. Now Becky wants to make the maximum on how you're adored. Now she wants to tell you as a black woman what you're allowed to experience in your marriages. Now she wants to set the standard that you can't be this love, you can't be that love. Y'all need to open your eyes. Because she's trying to mandate how your man and your husband can be expressive to you. If you like what I said, get them likes up, share the video, because this is ultimate jealousy, and this is proof that you are the upgrade. This is fair. What woman gets mad that you getting loved? We're supposed to high five each other. What woman gets upset when we are adored? You're supposed to love each other. I big up my sisters. And you're upset because he took her to Paris. She said she wanted Italian. He took her to Paris. That is ridiculous. I was like, yeah, my husband better do the same thing. Ooh. And you sit in the corner roasting. And I hate to bring it back to race because I'm in an interracial relationship and these conversations get uncomfortable. But I know, goddamn, if Serena Williams was blonde, if she was a white woman, she would have no problem with her husband doting on her. Are you kidding me? You want to go through some of the rich gifts that white women get from their husbands? Are you kidding me? Do you want me to pull up what Salma Hayek got from her Gucci husband? Do you want me to pull up what Charlize Theron got from her husband? Do you want me to pull up like all the Hollywood gifts, the Bentleys and the cars they buy each other? But no one bats an eyelash because Becky's supposed to get those things by default. And she's ungrateful. And eventually, people are going to see who is a feminine sacred, who is a loving woman, who is the affectionate woman, who is a really sophisticated woman. We don't have to upgrade. We are the upgrade. All we're missing is a sense of belief and direction from ourselves. All we're missing is the confidence. I know because I went through it. And that's why I made a Laws of Enchantress course. It's about your feminine healing, meditation, visualization, chakras, and about attracting the best in your life in every single area. And they are scared. I have never seen in my 39 years a woman write an article complaining about her husband is too nice. I never seen in my life. Who's that guy? John Legend. Isn't that John Legend? He's married to Christy something. He's married. They show affection. John Legend be all over that. John Legend put the baby on Instagram. I forgot the name of the woman, and she's beautiful. You don't see them questioning John Legend. Is that his name? John Legend? You don't see him questioning when he show affection to his wife. You don't see them questioning, he's always, he made that song, Christy Teigen. He made that song, All of Me Loves All of You. He made the most sappy love song for her. And did you see anyone question why he's expressive to that love? Did you see anyone question? I'm telling you, there's a sacred central power in black women they don't want you to recognize. And if you recognize it, it's okay if you stay with your own. But the fact that she's with a white guy on an international level, it irks Becky. But it's okay for them to date black men. It's okay for them to date. Okay, we have to sit here and be like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for them to date whoever. And I say, you know what? Love. But you see, they can't take it. They can't deal with it. They tell you, don't be jealous because Daquan wants me. Don't be jealous. And the minute that happens, they can't even handle it. They wrote a disgusting article when she's at her lowest point, hoping to break her. If that's not passive aggression, you tell me. If that's not passive aggression, you tell me. Because we don't say anything. I don't care who dates who. But when you try to attack a woman as a fellow woman, and then you want to turn around and be whatever, it is disgusting. It is ridiculous. And that's why I'm so proud That's why I'm so proud that Serena and Ciara and Michelle Obama and all these other amazing black women don't let these words affect them. Exactly. Like I said, when you have high vibration, negativity and hateful words are low vibration. It doesn't bother you. The people that think negativity bothers them are the ones who are vulnerable to the actual words. I'm above that. Serena's above that. Ciara's above that. You got to understand, people act from a level of their own perceptions, from their own reality. So people that are affected by words will try to affect you with words. And that's why you have to love yourself and honor yourself, because if you allow that, you become a slave to what people think about you. You're never truly free. You're always wondering what this person's thinking. I'm not saying it's not good to feel positivity from others, but that can't be the core of your being, because you have to know who you are. And even from a child, Serena and Venus had to deal with all this type of challenging situations, and they still won 30 Grand Slams or Wimbledons or whatever it is combined together. And if they allow people's ideals of them, calling them ugly, calling them this and that, they wouldn't have made it that far. You got to get that ironclad confidence, and that only comes from loving yourself, adoring yourself. Like soul sessions, don't even answer. It's not even worth it. Okay? Ignore them. They need your energy. They're called energy vampires. Stop feeding into it. This is a new era. Exactly. When you're at the top of the mountain, if somebody's heckling you at the foot of the mountain, you can't hear. You got to rise yourself so high that you're not susceptible and vulnerable to the negativity of people beneath you. Because you'll never get far in life if you're always looking to respond. Don't even bother. I get crazies in my inbox. God bless. That's right. Don't bother. God bless you. We got an important mission here. I really hope that we can get this writer, we can petition, or at least just flood her Twitter with how we feel, because this is a low blow to a woman who just suffered a challenge and defeat, and it's really sad what happened with her. So thank you for listening. If you want to join the Laws of Enchantress, just message me. It's a Facebook page, The Laws of Enchantress, or you can email me at thelawsoфenchantress, spell out the whole word connected, @gmail.com. And you can come get your feminine healing, join the club, lifetime membership, every 2 weeks new courses. Come and join it. So I really hope to see you girls there. Thank you for listening. Be happy to share. And remember, you are the upgrade. Thank you for watching. Have a good night, guys.